Good afternoon. I'm Sheila Briggs, Assistant State Superintendent at the Department of Public Instruction. We are thrilled to partner with Junior Achievement of Wisconsin for this inaugural Young Entrepreneur Live event. At DPI, we are committed to providing entrepreneurial education to Wisconsin's youth by preparing students to be entrepreneurial thinkers. We know that inquisitiveness, creativity, leadership, and curiosity must be developed throughout a school career so that each student is prepared for the world outside the classroom. The 4 young entrepreneurs, which you will soon meet, represent some of the most promising youth of our great state. They are determined, focused, and big thinkers. I want to personally congratulate each of them in all of their efforts and success thus far. DPI is delighted to support you today. You make us so incredibly proud. And now, I am pleased to introduce Michael Frona, President of Junior Achievement of Wisconsin.
Hello, I'm Michael Frona, and I have the distinct pleasure to serve Junior Achievement of Wisconsin as President. JA is thrilled to bring this event to you in partnership with our friends at the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction. Too many young people grow up unprepared to make good financial decisions. We know how essential it is to prepare young people now for a prosperous financial future, including equipping them with skills to own their own businesses and create jobs. The knowledge JA volunteers share and the inspiration they provide ultimately leads to young people living an abundant and fulfilling life as an adult. We are incredibly proud of all the students who submitted businesses for consideration for this competition, but we can only select 4 finalists. We enjoyed getting to know them, and I think you will too. Before introducing our MC, I want to thank you. Thank you for watching, but more importantly, thank you for your support of JA's work. Your investment in the lives of young people will pay great dividends. I hope you will be generous in your response to the invitation to support the work of JA later in the program. We know youth have the power and the desire to contribute to a brighter and better tomorrow, which is exemplified by the young entrepreneurs you're about to meet. Now, please help me welcome our MC from our media partner, Fox 6 Milwaukee, Mary Stoker-Smith.
Thank you, Michael, and good afternoon. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here. I am Mary Stoker-Smith from Fox 6. I see you so many nights at 5 and 10, and I got to tell you, I'm going to have a bigger spring in my step when I get back to doing my normal anchoring duties because I've been so inspired by the young people that we are going to see here today. I don't know about you, but I'm going to want to build something, make something, and do something after seeing the spirit and the confidence that has rolled through this room with all of the young entrepreneurs that you are going to meet today. As I said, it's just an honor to be here today. This is so exciting. It's great to be here live at the Magic Production Studios in Waukesha to celebrate free enterprise and entrepreneurship, creative minds and thinkings, and one of the finest capacities with our youth in this great state. And it may have you think, what was I doing when I was their age? Not that. It is exciting. Today we have 4 young finalists from around the state of Wisconsin who have risen to the top. They are the cream of the crop and have already showcased their innovation, leadership, and growth potential for business, retrospective business of all kinds. Over the next hour and a half, you are going to get to know each and every one of them and their success. Each will present in front of our panel of celebrity judges. There is a lot on the line. We're talking a lot. One student today is going to walk away with, are you ready for this? A $10,000 scholarship. And the remaining 3 finalists, well, they're not going to leave empty-handed either. They will each receive a $1,500 scholarship. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to our judges who have graciously joined us today to lend their expertise and their kind words of encouragement to all of our young people. Let's get started. We're going to have a great day. So glad you're with us. First, we have Craig Culver, co-founder, board chairman, and brand ambassador for Culver's. What began with the purchase of an A&W restaurant back in the 1980s has now boomed to over 775 Culver's franchises, ever famous for those delicious butter burgers, and we cannot forget our comfort, right? The custard. Wait for it. Any flavor will do. Yeah, everybody's agreeing with there. Another judge number 2, Christine Specht, CEO of Cousins. Christine has worked her way through the ranks of the famous submarine shop. Her father actually co-founded it. Her role as CEO allows her to be a visionary for the ever-growing brand. And again, who doesn't love a hot sub on a great cold winter day? Especially after that Packers loss, Christine. And we need some comfort food. A lot of Culvers going through the newsroom and Cousins. It was great to see. Craig Karmazin, the minority owner of the Bucks and founder and CEO of ESPN Radio, News Radio 620, WTMJ, and more. He heads up Good Karma Brands, a media and marketing company with expertise in leveraging the power of sports to build brands. Any way that we could get a little interview with Giannis Antetokounmpo? I'll talk to you about that later. Just thought I'd name drop there. Denise Thomas, president, owner, and the effective communication coach. And when you hear her talk a little bit later, you'll know why. After almost 20 years of experience with Fortune 500 companies, Denise now focuses on transforming emerging and existing professionals into extraordinary leaders by mastering the art of effective communication. And she's always got a sparkle on. What an all-star lineup you are in the presence of today. Again, judges, we thank you so much for dedicating your time, sharing your wisdom with these young kids today. It's just been delightful to see you guys work with them and to see the sparkle in their eye, thinking, I want to be just like you guys one day. As Michael shared a little earlier, Junior Achievement of Wisconsin is committed to preparing students for a prosperous financial future through preparing them in classrooms all across the state. But that work is not done alone, of course. I want to acknowledge our 4 founding sponsors for the Young Entrepreneur Live competition: Ernst & Young, Johnsonville, Manpower Group, and T&M Partners. You're going to hear messages from representatives of each of these particular organizations throughout our event today. And I also want to share that we have a Viewer's Choice Award brought to you by Russ Darrow Automotive Group. And this award will be dedicated or decided by you, our viewers. So this is kind of an interaction type thing. Time for you to get involved. You're going to go ahead and vote by using the poll tab, which you're going to find on the right-hand column of your screen. The finalist who receives the most votes will receive an additional $500 cash prize after the completion of our 4-student pitch. So make sure that you stick around for all 4 pitches tonight, and you don't want to miss your chance, of course, to vote for your favorite, because again, that gives you a stake in the game. I am also thrilled to share that BMO Harris Bank, our co-founding sponsor, will be matching all donations made up to $15,000 for the event today. You're going to want to hear from them a little bit later in our program and hear the inspiring words that they had to say. But now I want to introduce you to our very first partner, our first sponsor, EY, who will help us to meet our first finalist.
Junior Achievement's Young Entrepreneur Live competition is made possible by the generous support of our community partners. Ernst & Young is proud to be a founding partner of the Young Entrepreneur Live competition. Ernst & Young, building a better working world.
Hello, my name is Michael Schultz, and I'm a principal at EY. On behalf of EY, I'm pleased to join you as a founding sponsor of the Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live competition. For over 30 years, EY has had its own Entrepreneur of the Year program, which recognizes the endeavors of exceptional men and women who create the products and services that keep our worldwide economy moving forward. Our program is global and touches over 60 countries with amazing stories year after year of successful entrepreneurs. The really neat thing for all of us here at JA of Wisconsin to know is that this global EY Entrepreneur of the Year program started right here in our own Milwaukee, Wisconsin office with 2 people who had an idea. A purpose-driven organization focused on ideas, vision, and execution. That is what we believe in here at EY, and that is what we are here to celebrate with the JA Young Entrepreneur Live competition today. We know that to build something of long-term value takes grit, persistence, and a sense of ambition that is free of doubt or fear. It takes a vision and a relentless commitment to succeed. And above all, it takes a special kind of leader to ignore the critics, transform a blue sky dream into new reality that contributes value and purpose beyond just simple profits. We are thrilled to see the fine young men and women here today show all of us just that. And as part of today's event, I am pleased to introduce you to our first student finalist, Jonah Larson, the owner of Jonah's Hands. So let's give a hand to Jonah.
Hello, crochet friends, it's me.
Give Jonah Larson a ball of yarn
I can make things pretty quick.
and watch him work his magic.
I can make a hat in 46 minutes. Hi, crochet friends. it's
Check
me.
out his social media accounts, you'll see what he's capable of. The middle schooler from La Crosse is out to prove crocheting, not just for grannies.
Yeah, that's the way it used to be, but now crocheting's a craft for everyone. All ages. It doesn't matter your gender, it doesn't matter anything about you.
It's a skill, Jonah says, came to him by accident when at age 5, his aunt let him look through an old bag of leftover craft supplies.
And in that bag, I found a shiny metal tool, which happened to be a crochet hook, and my mom found me a YouTube tutorial on how to make a dishcloth because, of course, these days you can learn anything from YouTube. Tomorrow is my dad's birthday,
Which started as making things for friends and family,
so I'll make him an Afghan.
cross-stitched into a business by age 10,
An autobiography at age 11, a pattern book at age 12.
now at 13 years old, his how-to videos online
On YouTube, I have around 107,000.
have earned him thousands of subscribers, a sponsorship, and national media appearances.
Hi, Drew. Becoming an influencer for a huge yarn company, being a correspondent on the Drew Barrymore show, having over 250,000 followers on Instagram, and now having a YouTube and a Facebook.
But no entrepreneur success can stay untangled without some help.
Well, it's because my mom, my dad, and my whole family, they're always there to support me and to keep me going.
Larson's busy hands have a bright future.
When I grow up, I'd like to become a surgeon.
Whose already padded resume can add one more line, Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live finalist. Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
Good afternoon. Hello, crochet friends. It's me, Jonah Larson. I started my very own business at age 11, which I named Jonah's Hands LLC. Named because everything I make or design comes from these hands. And now, at age 13, I'm a brand new teenager, and my business has grown in so many different directions, but all with one common principle of bringing the world closer together, one stitch at a time. And I do this by letting my two hands guide me, one for helping myself and one for helping others. I've crocheted hats for billionaires, and I've crocheted hats for the homeless, and I'm proud to do both. To help you understand my business better, I need to start from the very beginning. When I was an infant, I was left under a tree in a very poor rural area of Ethiopia. 5 months later, my parents made the trip to come and bring me to my forever home of beautiful La Crosse, Wisconsin. Fast forward to age 5, I taught myself how to crochet via YouTube, and I guess you could say I was hooked. I started to make more complex items, and my mom started an Instagram for friends and family. But after a local newspaper article went viral, I rose from 1,000 social media followers to well over 500,000 social media followers within 6 months. And in June of 2019, I started my online store, jonahhands.com, and when I compare my first 6 months in business to most recent 6 months in business, I increased my sales 237%. My biggest business expenses are the cost of yarn, shipping costs, and labor, but I'm so grateful that this endeavor has been profitable because it has allowed me to do what I love to do most, lend a hand to others. First, my crochet work inspires people. A comment I'll never forget is from a woman who recently lost her husband to COVID, and an Afghan that I made and shared on my Instagram put a smile on her face for the first time in weeks. Second, my crochet is therapeutic. It helped me in school and can help so many other kids too. Would you believe that for my first 6 years of school, I was labeled a bad kid? My behavior problems weren't because I was bad. It was because I was bored, and my 6th grade teacher proved this when she let me bring my crochet into school, and my history of getting daily behavior slips ended right then and there. Third, crochet has allowed me to give back to my community right here in Wisconsin, where I help veterans, the homeless, and rescue animals, but also my international community of Ethiopia, where I've been able to build the kids who would have been my peers in that poor rural area of Ethiopia a library and a science lab, so now they have a chance to hold a book, look through a microscope, and to have an education. Fourth, crochet has made me a successful entrepreneur. I'm a YouTuber, I love to teach others, I have my online store where I sell my one-of-a-kind handmade items like this hat and my crochet swag. I'm a regular news correspondent on the Drew Barrymore Show. I'm an influencer for the biggest yarn company in North America. I'm also an influencer for a line of luxury crochet hooks, and I'm the author of 2 books, one of which I'd published locally right here in Milwaukee, and I also regularly collaborate with stores like Michael's and Joann's, and I'll be having a line of kits coming out in Michael's stores soon. But most importantly, I'm a son, a brother, and a student, and my parents have always instilled in me how academics come first. But yet I have so many more aspirations, including spreading crochet to the next generation, authoring and designing more books, having a Jonas Hands yarn line, building more libraries in Ethiopia, and to become a surgeon. And crochet is helping me improve my hand dexterity, my persistence, my patience, and my focus, and this generous scholarship offered by Junior Achievement will go a long way in ensuring that I can keep putting all my passion into Jonas Hands, and that Jonas Hands will continue to give back one stitch at a time. Thank you, judges. Thank you, Junior Achievement of Wisconsin, and thank you to all the sponsors. Crochet away, friends.
Wow.
Very good.
Awesome. So Jonah.
Well, now, before you get started, I do have something for each of you. Here you go, you can take one right off the top. It's one of my Jonas Hands tote bags with a patch of my hands in the world.
Thank you.
Different colors. And then there's also included a kit that will be on my website and our sale for today and in Michael's store soon. And then also included a card about my philanthropy, some stickers, and just a little bit more about my website and who I am. Oh, you can keep it. You can have 2.
I got yours, Mary.
Hey, Jonah, have you taught other people how to crochet? Like
Oh, yes.
your fellow students? And
I love to teach others to crochet. I've taught so many kids at my school, but I've expanded beyond that to working with organizations that are meant just for teaching knitters and crocheters all around the world, like Vogue Knitting. So I've taught many classes with them. On my website, I even have a DVD with everything you need to get started to crochet, and I'm also encouraging more people to crochet through the kits that are in each of your bags, because they have everything for a cute little project, and it's a really good way to get kids started because there's so many benefits from crochet.
you find yourself crocheting even when you don't have the needles and yarn in your hands?
Yeah, I've loved crochet so much that just the motion of the hook and the yarn is almost just as therapeutic as doing it with the actual supplies.
So Jonah, right now, what percentage of your sales are coming from actual selling product that you're crocheting versus all of the other things you're doing?
Yeah, so what really drove a lot of people to my website to increase my sales 237% was mainly my handmade items, because they're in such high demand. So I would say about 50-50, because most people are going for a handmade item, but there's also, of course, my t-shirts, my jackets, my patches, the pins, and all the other things that I sell as my crochet swag.
Thank you.
Jonah, your story is incredible. And first, just thank you so much for your selfless leadership and making the world an even better place to live in. You stated that your business has grown 237%. That is huge. And as much as I would love to be able to clone, because this world needs about 10 million more Jonahs, what do you vision in terms of your labor for people that want to come work for you, or how are you going to keep up with all this demand? Because I'm sure your business is going to continue to grow at a rapid rate.
Yes, that's one of the obstacles of what my business is, the fact that I only have 2 hands. And my items are in such high demand, and I've been contemplating, and I've had offers to mass produce my items, but I've been holding off on that because I'd have to find the right local partner to make sure that they have the same values as I do through my business. But I do currently employ 4 people too, so I'm already starting in that field as well.
Is that right?
Awesome. Thank you.
What do you do for fun? Is that your fun?
Yes, it is. Time I spend crocheting is time I'm having fun, but I also love to do sports with my brother, but during the frigid Wisconsin winters, I much prefer to watch them, like the Milwaukee Bucks and Brewers and the Packers. But I'm also a very avid reader, and I love to learn more.
Jonah, where do you see your business going from here? I mean, you've grown it and has so many avenues to reach out to people, but where do you see it in 5 years?
I see it as, of course, I'll still be crocheting because it's what I love to do, but I want to continue helping others because that's something I'm so passionate about, and it's such a core value of my business, Jonah's Hands. And I want to build more libraries in Ethiopia, to become the next Andrew Carnegie, and continue to buy and shop local for the items on my website, and continue to keep the same values that I have, but also to continue spreading my messages of the platform behind my business, of inclusivity, bringing the world closer together one stitch at a time, and doing what makes you happy.
You must have some wonderful parents.
Oh yes, I have an awesome mama bear and a great dad.
I noticed a picture of you with all your yarn. Well, do you occupy a big space in your house, or where do you do this?
Oh, I do have tons of yarn. I have a big yarn wall filled with yarns from all around the world because different companies and just people from all around the world have sent me all these different types of yarns. Germany, Ethiopia, New Zealand, all sorts of different countries. So I have quite the collection of yarn.
So you have a room in your house that you do all this work in, or?
Yes, dedicated just to my crafting.
So Jonah, I just want to ask one quick question. If you could use one word to describe what you want your consumers to experience when they're crocheting, what would that word be?
If I could choose one word to describe what I want my consumers to think when they're crocheting, that word would be therapeutic. Because that's really what crochet is. And from that, it stems into so many other things because it calms you down, it has the benefits for you of the relaxation, and then you want to spread it to others. And that's like giving back in its own way. So it goes from just therapeutic to giving back and helping others.
Thank you.
You mentioned you wanted to be a surgeon someday. So would you give up crocheting someday?
I'll do both. I'll crochet and become a surgeon. And I think crochet's getting me prepped with my hand dexterity, my persistence, and my patience and focus. And I also want to be a surgeon so that I'll be able to go and give out free surgeries to people in Ethiopia and around the world to help and give back to my community that's around the world.
Thank you, Jonah. Fantastic. Well, how about this to kick off the event? I mean, the accomplishments of this young man. Jonah, we're so proud of you. I need a blanket for my Barbie doll when I was about your age, but it fell apart. Maybe you could give me some tips a little bit later on. Sounds good? Okay, yeah, I'm ready for that. I got my pen and paper, all right. Jonah, thank you so much. What you have been able to accomplish with those 2 hands is really remarkable at your age. We appreciate you being here. Thank you, by the way, for representing Junior Achievement's Northwest region of our state. So we got to give La Crosse a shout out there. That's important. I am now pleased to introduce our next sponsor of the afternoon, Manpower Group, who will introduce us to our next finalist.
Junior Achievement's Young Entrepreneur Live competition is made possible by the generous support of our community partners. Manpower Group is proud to be a founding partner of the Young Entrepreneur Live competition. Manpower Group, connecting human potential to the power of business.
Hi, my name is April Dunn. On behalf of Manpower Group, I'm pleased to join you as a founding sponsor of the Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live competition. Much like our young entrepreneurs, Manpower Group began with an idea. when our company founders, both attorneys, needed extra secretarial help to work on a deadline project. It led them to ask other business owners how they coped with staffing emergencies. None had a satisfactory answer. They concluded that there was a market for a temporary help agency, and so Manpower was born. Today, the company has evolved to become a $21 billion global enterprise known as Manpower Group, and we firmly believe that meaningful and sustainable employment has the power to change the world. We're honored to support the next generation of idea generators and change makers. I'm pleased to introduce you to our next student finalist, Carter Van Haren, owner of American Maker.
If you can think it,
I mean, I've always been interested in machines and like building things.
Brookfield Central High School junior Carter Van Haren can probably build it. Just ask his parents.
Like one time in elementary school, he built a candy machine for Valentine's Day that had like scrolling text on it.
Well, it sounds like he's built a few dangerous things over the years then.
What's dangerous about a robotic lawnmower?
From the 4th grade,
I bought a 3D printer and then I went around selling custom 3D printed name tags around the neighborhood.
He's had an entrepreneurial spirit blossoming this year with an unexpected opportunity. Van Haren, who dabbles in the custom sneaker market, noticed many sellers were using less than professional crumpled pieces of paper to display their logos. He thought he could help.
And I was thinking like, I could probably improve that or think of something better.
His business, American Maker, was born. Van Haren taught himself how to use a small manufacturing device called a CNC machine.
It's like whatever you can think of, basically you can make.
And started building custom signs. Using Instagram, social media, and his website, the signs have shipped to dozens of states. His growing business allowing him to recently quit his other job.
Yeah, I used to work at Panera, but I make more from this.
That kind of business savvy impressing the judges, earning him the title Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live finalist.
Oh, yeah.
Where if he woos the judges like this anchor,
it comes with this remote that I'll send you.
His chances look bright. Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
Hello, my name is Carter Van Haren, and I'm a junior at Brookfield Central High School. As you just saw, I started making things from a young age. After working a few part-time jobs, I realized that I wanted to run my own business. I first got the idea to make signs when I was looking through shoe resellers on Instagram. Shoe resale is a $2 billion industry in the US alone and is expected to grow to $30 billion globally by year 2030. Resellers post pictures of the shoes they're offering and usually have their logo on display on a beat-up piece of paper in the background. That's where I saw my opportunity. My first product for American Maker were custom CNC-cut wood signs that replaced those ugly pieces of paper in the background and immediately gained traction in the shoe reseller community on Instagram. The early profit from the early sales allowed me to buy a laser cutter. And with the new laser cutter, I was able to start selling custom acrylic signs. I then started making some upgrades to the laser cutter with my 3D printer to improve the functionality and then also increase the number of signs it could produce. The acrylic signs are very scalable and production time is low. Using my website, customers can personalize the sign in a drag and drop editor and see their design before ordering. With the customizer, I have a competitive edge over other sellers of the acrylic signs on websites such as Etsy. In addition to AmericanMaker.net, I have a very active social media presence on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. I've sold over 150 signs to people in 26 different states, generating over $3,500 in profit from $5,500 in sales. My acrylic signs cost $11 to make, and I sell them for $35. I expect to increase my sales exponentially due to my website. I'm currently working on getting my acrylic signs into other e-commerce sites to get more traffic, and I've been running ad campaigns across multiple different platforms such as Google, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. My equipment allows me to start making new signs without expensive tool changes. New products, without expensive tool changes. I've also identified textiles as a promising new market due to the lack of affordable customization options. My wood signs market themselves on Instagram, since the resellers use them in the back of their pictures. I have no competitors that directly appeal to shoe resellers, and the acrylic signs appeal to a wide market. I donated a light-up wall sign to my Key Club for auction at my school, and I'm always looking for other ways to use my equipment to help out the local community. A $10,000 scholarship would definitely alleviate some of their stress with student loans. I hope to attend University of Minnesota because they have great business and engineering programs. It's also a practical choice because Wisconsin residents can get in-state tuition. Thank you for your time and to Junior Achievement for this awesome opportunity. I'd love to answer any questions you may have.
All right, Carter, I'll start. First of all, I love your story, and I love how you provided solutions unsolicited. That's the first thing that stood out to me. One of the questions I have is, how do you differentiate your signs from other signs? What's the experience that I'm going to gain? Because when I'm on Instagram, I'm getting all these different options to buy customized signs. Why should I select yours?
So a big part of my acrylic signs, something that really appeals to more people, is that on websites such as Etsy or even a lot of other people's websites, you can tell them what you want to say on the sign, or you can describe an image or upload an image, but if you don't have an existing logo, then you can't see what you're getting before you actually place the order. So you might not get what you want exactly. With my product on AmericanMaker.net, you can actually see the sign in the editor and drag and drop text and other images. So you can see exactly what you're getting before you order it.
Thank you.
What 311 Souls? What is that?
So on there's a few of my first customers. So these are people that have bought multiple products from me, and I really thought it would be cool if I showcased them just because they supported me when I was just starting American Maker, and I think it's cool that they were like instrumental in helping.
A customer of yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it possible for you to just loop around here and show us the product up closer?
Yeah. So it comes with this remote, and then you get the acrylic plate and a light base, so you can change colors. There's different color modes and everything. And then there's a slot on the back for batteries.
That's great.
Can you make one that says Culver's on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like you'll be able to make it on the website.
What are your annual sales?
So I've sold 150 signs, I said earlier. So it's a mix of both just normal people and shoe resellers. So I've made $3,500 in profit from $5,500 in sales so far.
$3,500 in profit from
$5,500 in sales.
$5,500?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where did your passion for invention and innovation, where do you think that came from?
Well, even before 4th grade, I've always loved taking apart things. My parents probably didn't like that as much, but I'd always tried to take apart basically anything I had, just because I was so curious to see like what was inside it or how it worked. And I've just always been super curious of things like that.
And so you mentioned the functionality of your website. Is that work that you did, or did you have to hire someone to do that?
Yeah, so my website I did all 100% myself. This was to reduce costs because I had to spend quite a few hours figuring out how everything worked, but when I got it working, then I saved a lot of money because I didn't have to pay someone. And it's a good skill to have for future businesses down the road, potentially. I now know how to operate a Shopify website.
Carter, when you go to school, do you plan to continue your business?
Yeah, I definitely hope so. Ideally, if I can generate enough sales, I want to be able to rent a workshop wherever I'm going to college, or like near there. And if that's not possible though, most of my work can be done from my computer actually. 90% of the time it's just working on like running ads or taking images and converting them into the right formats for the machines. And once you have that file, you just drop an acrylic plate in the laser cutter, you hit a button, and then it goes. So I could have my parents do that, or I could have a friend or a worker do that. So you can definitely do a lot of it remotely, which I think is a really good thing for someone who's close to college.
Is it your intention to grow the business then? I mean, when you go to school, or do you want to have this business on the side and then maybe pursue something else?
Throughout college, I definitely want to continue doing this, hopefully so I don't have to take a part-time job. Yeah, I'm really excited to see where this goes. The growth has been pretty good so far, and I don't expect to ever run out of shoe resellers to market to.
So Carter, I love this, and I see there's so much potential for continuous innovation. If I were a genie, grant you one wish, what would be the next phase or next module of this product?
Thinking the same thing.
Well, with my equipment, I can make basically anything that you design. So in that aspect, I already have I can already make whatever I want, basically. It's just advertising is a big thing that I need to work on. But like I've said before, I've been running ad campaigns on multiple different platforms.
So I have a 22-year-old son who keeps coming over my place and taking my food. Can you make a sign that says, put that down or put that back?
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you.
How big can you go with something like this? I mean, could you?
So my wood signs.
Really big?
My wood signs can be up to around 3 feet by 3 feet big, because it's a pretty big machine, and that also allows me to make a variety of different things. It's basically whatever you can design, you can make. With the laser cutter, it's a smaller cut bed. It's around 12 inches by 8, so I can still do bigger acrylic signs, but that's for laser engraving, and you can cut thin materials with that. But you can do a lot more in terms of other projects and stuff with the CNC machine.
Which social media have you seen the most traction from?
Definitely on Instagram. A lot of shoe resellers do their business through Instagram. So there's thousands and thousands of accounts out there that are shoe resellers, and they all post pictures of shoes, which means that they all need something to show their brand or something like that.
Thank you, Carter. So you're saying Instagram's a place to be. Forget Facebook and are you just?
Yeah.
I'm trying to up my profile a little bit. Appreciate that. And to Denise's point, I could use something for my house that says dishes belong here in the dishwasher for my husband. He's not listening. If he's listening, I'm kidding. JK LOL. Thank you so much, Carter. That was absolutely just phenomenal. It's amazing what this great innovation to this program has brought us today. We really appreciate it. Thank you. By the way, a quick reminder, because this is an important one, that BMO Harris Bank is matching, that's right, matching all donations to today's event up to $15,000. So we thank them for their generosity. Also, be sure that you're paying close attention. Are you watching there at home to our finalists? That's right. You need to do that because you're going to have that opportunity to remember, as I mentioned at the top of the hour, to vote for our Viewers' Choice Award winner once all presentations are complete. So make sure you're taking copious notes. I know I am. It's kind of fun to do. So without further ado, let's meet our third contestant, and this is going to be presented by our sponsor, T&M Partners.
Junior Achievement's Young Entrepreneur Live competition is made possible by the generous support of our community partners. T&M Partners LLC and Kelvin Foundation are proud to be a founding partner of the Young Entrepreneur Live competition.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ted Kellner. I'm pleased to be here today as a founding sponsor of Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live competition. Looking at me, I think it'd be hard to know that I was once a young entrepreneur myself, and I had a really good fortune. I had a dad that taught me business. He was my mentor, my dad, my best friend. And I learned a lot from him, especially the love of running and starting a business. And then two other things happened to me. I went to the University of Wisconsin, And I had two great professors, Frank Grainer in finance, who taught me a lot about finance, instilled the love that I have for the stock market, which was my first business, fiduciary management, and another professor in the real estate department, Jim Grasskamp, and he taught me my love of real estate. And I went on to start fiduciary management, which was a pretty successful money management firm in Milwaukee. We ran $26 billion when I left, and fiduciary real estate development, which now has about 500 people and about 9,000 apartments here in Wisconsin. And we started from nothing. So I know what it is to be an entrepreneur. I love it. My dad always told me gave me one great lesson. He said, find something you love to do and then only work half a day. And it doesn't matter which 12 hours. So to all you out there tonight, chase your dreams, aspire to be what you want to be. It's a lot of fun along the way. So my pleasure to be here. And now I'd like to introduce you to Madison Russell, owner of Primetime Performance. Madison?
17-year-old Madison Russell is proud to be from a small town.
Everyone is amazing here.
Sholesburg in Lafayette County may not be a booming metropolis, but for this high school senior is where she's found big opportunity.
There's a lot of people that show, and I just knew it was something that could be beneficial to them.
Russell has found a way to make money using something most of us have never seen.
This therapy allows them to relieve that pain or aches.
Her electromagnetic field therapy services, helping animals feel their best. The current she pumps into the animals helps livestock recover from grueling preparation for shows.
We're really looking at any livestock. You want them to be able to walk and move and be market ready.
A business idea loved by pigs.
They love to just crawl up to it and they'll lay down.
Their owners getting top dollar at auction as Russell's business, Primetime Performance, keeps growing.
It took off and she just did a terrific job.
Her mother says the success of her competitive daughter is no surprise.
She is the second born, but she always, when she was a little kid, she asked me how come she wasn't born first. So that's the kind of kid she is.
She's used that drive to build a presence on social media, a website, and is a regular at shows across the Midwest. Stunned to be named a finalist.
I was so excited. I got the call and I had no idea it was coming.
As she hopes to shock the judges at Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live. Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
If you could provide your pet with drug-free pain relief, wouldn't you want to? Hi, my name is Madison Russell, and I am the owner and operator of Primetime Performance. And that was just my goal when I started this business. I have grown up over the last 10 years showing livestock all across the country. I've always been looking for ways to keep my animals healthy and in prime condition. However, after attending the American Rural Stock Show a few years ago, I found out about pulsed electromagnetic therapy, also known as PMF. I had never heard about this technology before. However, I was seeing the benefits all these animals were receiving from it. I knew that this was something I wanted to use on my own animals. However, there was no one in my area that provided these services. After conducting market research and a SWOT analysis, I realized that this was a business endeavor that I wanted to embark on. Primetime Performance uses pulsed electromagnetic fields to increase cell metabolism, increase oxygen in the blood, increase range of motion, and reduce inflammation within animals. This therapy promotes overall cell healing and is a great way for animals to stay healthy. There are many opportunities in my business, however, the most rewarding is being able to help animals. In the last year of business, I've done just over $5,000 in sales and have my machine 75% paid off, projecting to have it completely paid off by the beginning of June. What is unique about my business is that there is a lot of upfront cost, however, there's very limited expenses. After my machine is paid off, the only expenses I have is any marketing that I do and then other small miscellaneous items, including cleaning supplies or any machine maintenance. I'm very excited to continue to grow my business. I want to look at attending more shows so that I can increase my clientele base, along with adding additional machines so that I can cut treatment time down and increase the amount of treatments that I can do in one day. I also want to look at working with more veterinarians to help small animals that come into their clinic and provide them PEMF services that could help with the other services that veterinarians would offer. Right now, I primarily market my business through Facebook, Instagram, and my website. I also have a few ads in some livestock publications, but aside from marketing, I know how important it is to give back to the community that makes my business possible. This year, I was able to be a lead sponsor of the Wisconsin Livestock Expo, which was a makeup show for the Wisconsin State Fair. This was an opportunity for me to help the youth of this state to continue to show and have an opportunity for them to work with their animals that they had been doing all summer, and I even got to help some of them. So I want to continue to help other youth in this industry and continue to grow my business while doing it. This scholarship will allow me to continue to grow my business and gain more skills for my future endeavors. At this time, what questions may I answer?
Oh, I love it. Well, Madison, I think we all know how people love animals, and the thing that jumped out is you mentioned the potential of small animal opportunities. Is there, everyone loves their dogs. I mean, do you think there's the opportunity where this can go beyond livestock for you?
Yeah, that is my end goal. I want to help all animals. Right now I'm just focused in livestock because that's kind of my passion, that's where I'm at, but I want to help equine, I want to help small animals, and even look at maybe going into humans because this therapy can be used on humans, but I think that's a great way that I can continue to grow my business.
So Madison, you saw this idea somewhere else, or how did you start this?
Yeah, I saw this machine. There are a bunch of different models, but I saw someone using this therapy on a steer at a show in Kansas City, Missouri, and I was kind of like, what the heck is that? But I did some more research on it and found that people use it a lot more down south with their animals, not as much in the Midwest. So I was like, I wanted to bring this technology here because I knew there are so many animals and even people that could benefit from this technology.
So Madison, do you have a lot of your is a lot of your marketing involved really education then for the owners of these animals, or do they automatically know what this technology is?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know what this technology is. I think it's a great way that I can help educate people about this technology and even ways to help educate them how to treat their animals in the best way possible. And so I think a lot of my marketing does go with education of PEMF therapies, along with kind of showing what my business is and how I can help animals the best.
Madison, this is so fascinating, and thank you for being here, especially your story talking about helping animals feel their best. So as much as I love animals, I'm not an expert like you. When they're using this product or when they're going through this experience, what are the indicators that they're feeling their best or they're improving? What are some of those indicators that people can learn about through your product?
Yeah, so when I treat an animal, I always ask the owner if they've noticed anything going wrong. Are they upset? Do they have any sores that they are noticeable? And if not, we can approach it kind of the same way, even if there is. But I always keep my machine on the lowest setting, and you'll hear when it turns on, there's a little bit of a ticking sound, and that's just the electric current moving through. And so I just let the animal kind of, they're able to see it and understand kind of what's happening to them. And then I'll turn it off if they are able to handle that setting, and they, a lot of times they'll end up just laying down and kind of figuring out what spot feels best for them. So I really work with the animal and the owner to make sure they're both having the best experience.
I'm ready now, Madison. I got a pain right here.
Do you have the research behind the efficacy of this technology?
Yeah, so I work closely with MagnaWave, is the people that create these PEMF services. And so I had to go through an extensive training with them, and I continue education every single year to make sure that I know the proper ways and any further education they're doing. So they're always doing studies and ethical ways to treat animals. So that's my top priority.
What do you charge?
It's different for every animal. My standard is about $50 per service. It's a 20
for an
to 30
hour
minute.
or?
It's for 20 to 30 minute sessions.
So I assume there's not a lot of return actual customers based on the nature of what happens after they show. But with the people who are showing the animals, have you seen return business?
Yeah, actually, I do see a ton of return customers, just because the nature of livestock shows, you have a lot throughout the year, and so they want to have that right before they go to show, so they're feeling their best. You know, a long trailer ride or a lot of exercise can make them feeling sore, just like an athlete.
So you have competitors then?
Yeah, not a ton in my area actually, but if I go to some bigger shows, you know, there'll be a lot of competitors there.
You said you want to grow your business. What's the most immediate way that you want to grow your business?
The most immediate way is I'd like to attend more shows. Because of COVID-19 last year, I wasn't able to do a lot of that, and even a lot of county fairs were canceled. So this year, it's already looking bright. There's a lot of more opportunities for me, and I'm hoping to see a lot of new customers.
Where are you going to school?
I'm attending either Iowa State or Oklahoma State in animal science, and so this business is actually setting a great foundation for me. I want to be a small ruminant reproduction facility, and so this has given me so much base knowledge, but I want to continue to grow my knowledge with it.
Do you plan to continue this business then through school and beyond?
Yeah, I'm hoping that it continues to grow and helps to pay for my education, but then kind of continue to expand this business and put it with my small ruminant reproduction kind of idea.
Great. So if I'm not someone who traditionally visits shows, how can I stay connected, or how can I learn more about your business?
Right now, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, or look at my website at Primetime Performance. And even if you don't show livestock, you can look at my page and learn more about PMF services, and I hope to expand so that I can help all people and all animals, not just livestock.
Awesome.
Right, Madison, thank you. Madison, I have a question. You've ever heard of the board game Operation? You bet you're great at it, aren't you? I keep thinking you'd kill me. I bet you with your precision. That was excellent. How outstanding. It's just mind-boggling. It's wonderful what you've been able to bring to the table. Thank you so much for that. And we really want to applaud your efforts, of course, to helping animals, because that is so important to our society, of course, and also to just right in line with junior achievement and the way that they're aiming to improve the well-being of families all across our state, and apparently, especially with us being such a strong agricultural state. So Wisconsin thanks you as well, the entire state. Well, finally, thank you. I am honored to present, can you believe it? Our very last sponsor here is going to have a message, our very last contestant. We're going to hear from our sponsor, Johnsonville. This is going way too fast, but we've almost come to the end. So let's take it away, Johnsonville.
Junior Achievement's Young Entrepreneur Live competition is made possible by the generous support of our community partners. Johnsonville is proud to be a founding partner of the Young Entrepreneur Live competition. Johnsonville, tastes better because it's made better. Made the Johnsonville way.
Hi, I'm Christy Ike. On behalf of Johnsonville, I'm pleased to join you as a founding sponsor of the Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live competition. Johnsonville itself is a small-town, family-owned business founded 75 years ago and has since grown to become a thriving and successful industry leader while remaining true to its roots. We are proud to support the mission of Junior Achievement and the young entrepreneurs before us today. We are pleased to introduce you to our next student finalist, Tessa Gary, owner of Gary's Boars and T. Gary Caprine Artificial Insemination Services.
Tessa Gary knows a lot about kids.
Right, yeah, they're my pride and joy.
Just not the ones you're thinking of.
Hi, I'm Tessa Gary. I'm from Monowak, Wisconsin, and I am 17 years old.
For a small-town kid from Wanawak in Juneau County, she's making a big impression in the middle of dairy country as a goat farm.
I love my cows, but still the goats, they're on the top for me.
What started as a love for horses at age 10 morphed when her parents agreed to let her keep something smaller on their property.
And I actually got to keep the 2 pet goats at my house in my backyard.
2 pets turned into a business by age 15 that few other teens, let alone Midwest farmers, are doing.
I don't even know where this idea came from, but maybe it was something to do with my ag teacher, because she's like my number one. And
this is kind of my vet space area and my area for artificial insemination.
Gary is the proud owner of Caprine Artificial Insemination Services.
If you think about it, it's pretty much you're trying to make the animal like a supermodel.
With her help, other farmers' herds are improving.
And the way I look at it is if people can do it for cattle, why can't you do it for goats?
And her services are multiplying. From animal care to using an ultrasound, the secret is out about her success and work ethic. Her latest accomplishment, Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live finalist. Not bad for a 17-year-old. Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
Hi, I'm Tessa Gary. I'm the owner and operator of Gary's Boars and T. Gary's Caprine Artificial Insemination Services. I currently provide many services, but are not limited to artificial insemination, ultrasound scanning, and hoof trimming. I also sell goats and semen periodically throughout the year. Along with that, my client base includes large commercial dairy farms, registered show herds, and small hobby farms. Currently, I service approximately 10 AI and ultrasound clients. With that, I have many other clients for my other services. To market my business, I use my website and Facebook, along with direct marketing for my AI and ultrasound services. My herd consists of 20 registered boar goats. With them, they produce the kids I sell every year. My passion is being able to sell the kids that my goats produce to families that exhibit them at county and state fairs. So by providing all of these services, it's my passion, and I love doing it for the family and also for the growing meat goat market, and that's feeding our growing world, and it's just amazing. So along with that, my financials for the year, providing my goat sales and my services, in 2020, I made $2,650. The remaining years of establishment, I've made $5,557. My expenses include my time, equipment, and feed to raise the goat. So with that, my scale of business has been an annual profitability percentage of 15%. In the future, I would like to add more reproductive and healing services and more employees possibly. With the growing market of the goat world, I feel like this is a great business to get into, and with other people being interested in livestock and goats in general, it would be a great job opportunity for anyone else that's interested in the agricultural world. So the services I would like to add would be learning more about semen collection and embryo transfer through reproductive enterprises. Also adding bovine artificial insemination through select sires. With that, in the end, my goal is to have a reproductive and healing monopoly. So with that, I would just like to help all types of animals, livestock, pets, everything, and the family's dreams come through in the livestock industry.
Tessa, I didn't hear anything about milking the goats.
I do not have milk goats. I actually have meat goats. I started out with milking goats, but I kind of adjusted to the meat industry. It kind of sparked my interest more, and for my scale of my business, I'm working towards helping people that have large commercial dairy farms more than creating a large quantity of milk myself.
Okay.
So Tessa, you have, again, this is just fascinating, and thank you again for your selfish leadership regarding helping our animals. There's a level of dependency on technology. I noticed that you had stated that you use ultrasounds. What other areas within technology do you see a dependence increasing within your business?
So currently, with all the services I do provide, the ultrasound is more involved with the technology part, but the other parts that I do want to pursue later, if I get the chance for the scholarship, would be the embryo transfer. So that's really evolved over the years. It's been going on for a little while, but it's gotten really popular with goats. So that's taking a lot of science and technology to successfully transfer embryos from recipient to donor. So that's, that's a lot of technology, and it's a lot to learn, but I'm passionate about it and I would like to learn all of it.
Love it. Thank you.
So, Tessa, where is the goat demand right now? So, do you have, if you had more goats, is there more demand that you could meet, or is it harder to find people to meet the demand or to have the goats?
I think it's definitely rising. I can't believe in the past 2 years, like just getting more into the business. I have people messaging me all the time, and it's just their interest in it. And a lot of people, they don't know about it, but if you're willing to describe it to them, they're open for you to do it. And it's for them. It's to improve their goats. It's to increase their profitability. So farmers right now, it can be hard for them, but if you're thinking about large commercial dairies or large commercial meat market, the goat meat market, it's rising. It's going up and up and up, and it's not going to stop. It's getting to be as popular as beef and chicken and pork, and it's just like beef. It's very good for you, and it's rising.
What percentage of goats are reproduced naturally versus AI?
So currently right now, I'm the only one in the industry in my area that is providing AI services. So I'm really proud of that, and it's just really great, but the ratio is not very good for the AI. So my goal is to put that up, because there's many advantages to that. So I would say more people or more farmers are breeding naturally with a buck. So by AIing, you're taking down the cost of owning a buck. They're really rough on stuff, so you're getting them out of your barn, you're getting them out of your hair. It's just terrible to deal with. And with AI, the semen in this tank right here, like you can get any buck from around the world that's being collected, and you can put it in your tank, and you get that great genetics, and you get to put it into your herd. And it's great to be able to do that. And most people aren't going to go and spend $20,000 on a buck that they can only keep for 2 years. So by using the AI, it's improving everything on your part.
So Tessa, I'm potentially an investor in Manhattan. I live in a urban area, and quite frankly, agricultural, anything is foreign to me. Mm-hmm. So why would someone in any other state outside of Wisconsin benefit from what you do?
So I think they would benefit from what I do, because it's the farm to table concept. So what I'm doing is I'm starting at the beginning of the life stage. I'm AIing the goat, and that's beginning life. After I AI, it should become a goat. So after that, you're raising that goat for meat or milk or whatever product. Goat's milk, you can make anything out of it. It's such a widely used product. So if you're into that, and say you're living in the city, then the product that I gave the farmer, and now the farmer is giving you the product because of the animal. Someone from the city, if you want to go to town to the grocery store and get a steak that's made out of a goat, you're benefiting from that. Or if you're going to a local craft show and you're buying goat milk soap from a crafter, that's how many people down the line that you're benefiting, and it goes from consumer all the way back to me. So I think that's really good.
What grocery store can I go to and buy goat meat? I've never seen it.
It's not on the Culver's menu yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it would be more popular. Maybe, I know Illinois and Chicago, I have a lot of people contact me. A lot of grocery stores down there have it, but there's also a butcher plant down towards that way. But another really popular thing about it is like the Easter market and the Christmas market. So it's kind of like a nationalized food. So goat meat is really popular on holidays in other countries also. But I think it's really popular in America too.
Leaner, fattier?
Leaner.
Leaner?
Yep. Okay. Overall, I wouldn't say it's better than, any other meat, but just the nutrients that it provides to you is more lean.
So similar to lamb or not?
I guess if you could compare taste or nutritional value, it might lean more towards venison.
Okay.
Okay.
And I guess if you want to go towards looking at it that way, the goat milk market is actually probably rising because of the comparison to cow's milk. So it has a few more components about it that are better for you, and some people that are lactose intolerant can still have goat's milk.
A lot of upscale cheeses are being made with goat's milk.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Excellent work, Tessa. Goats certainly having a moment, aren't they? The goat cheese, yeah. That'd be great in a butter burger, Mr. Culver.
You guys are doing Culvers. You shouldn't be doing that here.
That's terrific, though. You have done a great job. So,
thank you.
Yeah, congratulations. And we always think of Yodel Leahy, for the goats. Is that a real thing?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
All right, great job. Thank you so
nice
much.
Job.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your visions with us. All right, judges, this is it. Time to go to work. Yeah, this is the end of it. You're about to make your decision for the winner of our $10,000 scholarship. So we're going to check back with the judges in just a bit. With the conclusion of our final presentation, though, I would need to draw your attention to the poll tab at the bottom of the right hand of your column of your screen there. You'll see it. And here I ask that you vote for the finalists you feel that is worthy and deserving of our Viewers' Choice Award, sponsored by Rust Arrow Automotive Group. Now, again, the individual is going to earn an additional $500 cash prize. And right now, it's a very tight race, but I have just been informed that, are you ready for this? Madison is in the lead. But it's a tight race. How's that for a tease? That's right. So now I want to introduce you to our co-founding sponsor, BMO Harris Bank. They have a very special message for us tonight.
Greetings. I'm Kara Kaiser, Board Chair of Junior Achievement of Wisconsin and Head of Workplace Transformation for BMO Harris Bank. On behalf of BMO Harris Bank, I am pleased to join you as the crowdfunding sponsor for the inaugural Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live competition. At BMO, we are driven by a single purpose: to boldly grow the good in business and life. Inspired by our purpose and energized by the opportunity to drive positive change, we are working with our customers, our employees, and the communities we serve to create opportunities that benefit everyone. We know that BMO cannot thrive unless the surrounding community is healthy and has the support and resources necessary to keep moving forward. That's why we are so proud to support the important work of Junior Achievement, an organization dedicated to inspiring and preparing young people to succeed in a global economy. JA instills many of the incredible qualities you have seen demonstrated in the youth before us today, qualities such as leadership, integrity, charisma, and a growth mindset. BMO Harris is pleased to offer a $15,000 matching gift for today's event. For every dollar you choose to donate, BMO Harris will match up to $15,000. I hope you will join me in achieving our $30,000 goal. We know how essential it is for the youth of today to have an impact on closing the wealth and income gaps in our country, creating better tomorrows. You can make a difference through Junior Achievement of Wisconsin. Please make your contribution by following the link on your screen or texting YE Live, that's with no spaces, to 50155. Please know every dollar counts. Thank you for your support of Junior Achievement of Wisconsin.
Tomorrow will be a better day. A day for making new friends, standing ovations, hugging loved ones, and for all those other moments we took for granted. This better tomorrow is more than just a day away. Until then, Junior Achievement is preparing young people by helping them make the connection between education and their dreams, increasing their likelihood of finding career success. starting a business, and navigating economic uncertainty. We are giving young people the gift of hope. And when that better tomorrow finally arrives, so will they.
What an incredible mission we have had the opportunity to be a part of today. I hope that you're feeling inspired and really motivated by the work that these students have done. Thank you, Kara and BMO Harris, for your support today. I hope all of you see this incredible value in the Junior Achievement of Wisconsin that it's bringing to communities all across our state. And I really hope that you take advantage of the opportunity to have your dollars matched by BMO Harris Bank. Let's go ahead. Let's do it. We can do it, of reaching that $30,000 goal. It is now time to get to the big show, to the thing that we've all been waiting for. We are going to announce the winner of the Russ Darrow Automotive Viewers' Choice Award, where they're going to check back with our judges and have them share their decision. So I hope that you have seen a lot of things that today that you are maybe learning for the first time, something new about animal production or crocheting, any of the neat designs about even the billboard type thing that we saw today. It's really neat. We can head to the Google and all become a little bit more educated and a little bit more inspired to be an entrepreneur. So the judges are conferring right now. We heard who was in the lead, and that was Madison. We think everybody's sitting here thinking, contemplating, talking about who the winner will be. It'll be very interesting to see, too, to follow these kids on the gram, as they talked about, the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter, to find out what they're going to do with their future aspirations. I think we're going to see a lot of leaders in our community coming out of today's event throughout the day. Yeah, we do have a message now from Mike Darrow, president of Russ Darrow Automotive Group. Let's take a listen.
The Russ Darrow Automotive Group is proud to join you as the Viewers' Choice Award sponsor of the Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live competition. By definition, automobile dealers are entrepreneurs, as was my father, Russ Darrow, who became the youngest Chrysler dealer in the nation in 1965 at only 25 years old. As a second-generation business owner, I see so many of his qualities in each of you. Supporting our communities and serving our customers has been the foundation of our success, and I also see these same values reflected in each of your businesses. I congratulate each of the young entrepreneurs before us today, including the Viewers' Choice Award winner. You all make Wisconsin proud.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you, Mike, very much for that special message. All right. We have our first results. The winner of the Viewers' Choice Award goes to Jonah. Jonah of Jonah's Hands. And Jonah, for all of his contributions, is going to receive an additional $500 cash prize. Congratulations, Jonah. All right. Well, before we check in with our judges to announce our 2021 Young Entrepreneur Live Champion, I want to remind you that there is still time to support the Junior Achievement of Wisconsin. We are aiming toward that $30,000 goal, and please help us to reach our $15,000 crowdfunding sponsorship donation. That's going to be a match dollar for dollar. Gifts of any amount really are appreciated. We in southeastern Wisconsin especially, we know how to give. We give back, and any small amount, especially right now during these times, will be so appreciated. Donate using the link online or simply text. I'll say the letters so that you get them. YELIVE. YELIVE 2, and the number is 50155. Again, text that to 50155. Now, in addition to the sponsors that we have already heard from today, I want to thank venture sponsors who have made this event possible. There's quite a list here of people who have really put themselves out and made all this possible today. Paul and Terry Denola, Douglas Dynamics, FIS, Heartland Funds, Mason Wells, Muth Mirror Systems, Patty and Jack McKeithen Northwoods Foundation, Rockwell Automation, RSM, Walbeck Group, and Wintrust. A very special partner, a special thanks goes to our media partner, Fox 6, 5 and 10. Just a little plug there, as well as our public relations partner, Bolter and Lincoln. We really appreciate that. So thank you for everybody who's been a part of the state. And we also want to give a special thanks. We'd be remiss without saying thank you to the parents who have taken countless hours and emotional support to the kids today, because behind all of these kids, of course, are some great leaders, and it starts really in the home. So we want to give them a special shout out today. All right, here we go. Let's check in with the judges now for... before that, how about that for a tease? That's what we do in TV, right? We're going to come right back with. We're going to give you an intermission, time to maybe grab a refreshment, take a little break yourself, confer among yourself as to who you think is going to win the big scholarship today. Take a 4-minute intermission. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, welcome back. So glad you're with us for the conclusion of our 2021 Young Entrepreneur Live Champion. You are going to see it all right here. So we are about to get to the final crowning moments. Should we take another 4-minute intermission? Anybody? Just say. Kidding. I do have one announcement, though, just one before we finally crown our winner, and that is we are at $19,601. We're that close to our goal of $30,000. So we are trying very hard to get to that number. So again, gifts of any amount are welcome. And I'm going to repeat that again. Donate using the link online. Simply text YELIVE. And again, the number is 50155. Text any donations to that number. We are just so close, just about $10,000 away from our $30,000 goal. So, all right, I think we're to that moment. But again, we want to thank you for your time and your cooperation in this great community event. Do you need to be reminded of the winner, Denise?
I do.
You think you got...
All right,
because it's so close. It's so close.
It is. All right,
but
Mary, thank you.
I think we come up with it. All
yes,
right.
we have.
Let's
Thank
do
you
it.
so much. If there is one thing that we can agree upon today, it's that we've all been truly inspired by this incredible next generation of entrepreneurs that we have before us. What an incredible showcase of our youth that have been on display today. To say this decision was not easy is the understatement of the year. How did we choose, right? But the distinguished judges were asked to evaluate each entrepreneur and business on a variety of factors, including their current business success and growth potential, their financial viability, social involvement, the entrepreneur's hustle and true passion for their product or service. Again, what an incredible display that we've seen of all of these factors. Ultimately, the judging panel has selected, drum roll please, Jonah Larson is the winner of the Junior Achievement of Wisconsin 2021 Young Entrepreneur Live Competition. Congratulations, Jonah, on your $10,000 scholarship. I think I speak for all of us when we say we cannot wait to see where you go and every one of our successful young entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I'm just really excited, and this is going to go so far in ensuring that I'm able to give back to others one stitch at a time with my business. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity from Junior Achievement of Wisconsin. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, Jonah. Definitely. And we also want to recognize our 3 other finalists who have been so superb, who have shared with us your knowledge and just being here in your presence. You're all really winners. And we have certificates actually to present to each of you. And we're going to go ahead and do those. I can do those.
Can you hold this for
Yeah,
you?
do you want to hold, or you can hold this just for you. Jonah probably is like, no, I'm not letting that out of my sight. No way. So, okay. And when I call your name, just kind of step aside here because we want to stay in front of or step over because we want to keep you on camera here. Carter Van Haren, thank you so much. Certificate of Achievement right there. You want to show everybody. Fantastic. You see your creations all over the place. Thank you so much. Madison Russell, come on over. All right, there you go. Wonderful. Congratulations. And Tessa, come on, girl. You're going to go just by one name. We're going to be seeing you. You're like Madonna all over the place. There you go. Congratulations. Congratulations to each and every student here who participated in today's big event. And before we go, we want to quickly point out that the Junior Achievement Expo booth, you're going to see in our virtual platform today. It's cold in here, I'm sorry. There you can find more information on Junior Achievement's entrepreneurial curriculum, signing up for programs, volunteering, so much more. This has just been a phenomenal day. It really has. We are re-energized here. It's wonderful. And thank you for displaying all of your talents and really inspiring us on this cold January day. Appreciate it. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being with us. Thank you to the judges. Thank you to the parents. And thank you to everybody behind the scenes for a really extraordinary event today. We will be seeing much more of you all, I'm sure. Thanks for being with us.